up some barbecue for you. T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, showing you that you can cook it too. Always with a beer or whiskey, but he cooks responsibly.
Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks. I appreciate you joining us. I'm going to do a cabbage soup for you today. I got a head of cabbage the other day, so I was going to do some stuffed cabbage rolls. But man, my throat's been feeling a little froggy, so we're going to do a cabbage soup. It's going to be a bunch of veggies, but I'm also going to put some ground meat in it. I'm using beef broth for the liquid mainly, maybe some water. And I may at the very end put in some pasta. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to clean out my fridge, folks, so there's no telling what all's going to be in this. As I add stuff, I will show you in the video. And if I can come up with some kind of recipe after watching the video, I'll put it in the description box below for you. But just follow along with the video, add what you want to it. Cabbage soup's always good, and it's good for you. Y'all stick around, let's get to cooking. All right, gang, fixing to add my meat. Every time I use this Dutch oven here, I get a lot of questions about it. I don't know if you can see, it's La Crucier. It says it right there, La Crucier. This is a wonderful pot. I've got several different sizes, and most of my pots like this, the enamel cast iron pots, they are La Crucier. Really good, they hold up well. All right, I got a couple of pounds of hamburger meat here. I'm gonna brown this off, and then we'll start adding some other stuff. My hamburger meat's almost done here. It's still got a little pink left to it. I'm gonna turn the fire down. I'm gonna drain the grease off this baby. All right, so you got your meat re-added and most of the grease drained out of there. Now it's time to start seasoning up some of this ground beef. Going with some salt. I'll start off with maybe a half a teaspoon or so, maybe 3/4, I don't know. I'm not measuring it, as you can see. Fresh cracked black going in. I'm going with a little bit of thyme. Right here, I got a little bit left in this jar, so I'm just going to use some of this. We can always re-season later. Crush it up a little bit, add that in there. This is a seasoning I don't see very many people use. Summer Savory. It's pretty good stuff in some soups and chowders and whatnot. So I'm thinking it'd probably be pretty good in here. I'm not going to add much, maybe 1/4 teaspoon. Sure does smell good. Got some Bayleaf. We may add some Bayleaf later on. But we're going to add some, what we call a Cajun Trinity. Onion, bell pepper, and celery with a little parsley in there. The store already has this chopped up. Very easy for me to do on a weeknight. But if you don't have it this way, sometimes you can find it frozen. Or you can just chop it up yourself. And if you don't like green bell peppers, just use some red bell peppers. Oh, and if you don't want to use ground beef, just brown you off some bacon. Or like I said, leave the meat out. You can also put some pulled pork in here or some chicken. However you want to do it, man. Just make it your own. All right, we're going to let this go about 5 more minutes and let the onions and celery and stuff sweat down. We'll catch y'all back shortly. All right, this has been going medium high for about 4 minutes now. It's starting to look pretty good. And it's going to continue cooking in the soup. So we'll go ahead and add some garlic. I've got 5 cloves of garlic here that I minced up. Garlic's good for you if you're sick, folks. Put you some more in there if you want. 6, 7, 8 cloves, however more you want. You just add it to it. And we're going to let this go for another minute to 2 minutes until I can start smelling that garlic. All right, I'm smelling the garlic. Let's go ahead and add some of the cabbage here. This is half of the head of cabbage. I basically quartered it. I took out the main core and just chopped it into like bite-sized pieces. We'll see how that looks. I may add some more. I still got half a head left. All right, we're going to add a little bit of beef bone broth here. If you don't have this, just add some regular chicken stock or beef stock or vegetable stock. But beef bone broth, good stuff. About half of this jar. This is a 24-ounce jar. So that cabbage is actually going to create a lot of liquid as well as it cooks down. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this cabbage because I really like cabbage myself. Do I want to? We'll see. Yeah, because this is going to sweat down, folks. It's kind of like spinach, if you hadn't cooked cabbage before. Anyway, stir this all in. Put the lid on it. Let it simmer for a little bit. And I may add some more cabbage, I may not. We'll see how it looks here in a little bit. But I'll bring y'all back after it's been kind of wilting down, and just let this cabbage kind of wilt down a little bit for about a half hour. We'll bring y'all back. Just an update. I went ahead and added another quarter of a head of cabbage, so I got 1/4 left. I think this is going to be plenty enough. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. All right, we'll bring y'all back in a few. All right, it's been half an hour. Let's see how she's looking. Oh yeah, hope it's not fogging up my lens. Yeah, it's wilting down nice. See, we still got some liquid down in there. That's looking real nice, y'all. All right, now we need to add some other stuff. I'm gonna go in with, how big a can is? 28-ounce can of Petite diced tomatoes. All right, we're gonna stir this in. I'm gonna let this come up to, get it warm, the tomatoes. And as they're doing that, I'm gonna go cut up some potatoes and get some carrots out. So we can add that. All right, let's see how this is looking again. It's only been about 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. Add a little bit more of this beef broth here. Again, this was a 24-ounce jar. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the rest of it. There we go. Hey, folks, I'm just winging it here. Add what you want, whatever you have in your fridge. Carrots going in. Got some diced up red potato going in. That's about 5 really small potatoes. So we'll let the carrots and potatoes start softening up. Let me see what else I can dig out of my fridge. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. I found a bag of green beans, cut green beans. I'm gonna add about half of this bag. This is a pound. Yes, 1 pound. Not many, just a little bit, a little dab will do you. Get them kind of mixed in. I'll tell you what, this is making the house smell really, really good. And we'll just let it keep cooking. Also found some corn and some green peas. I don't know if I'm gonna add those. I'm gonna wait till Karen gets home, see if she wants me to add that stuff. But it's looking real good right now. And I haven't tasted it yet after I added the salt and pepper and stuff earlier. So season it however you like it, but I'm gonna taste it here towards the end and maybe add some more seasoning if it needs it. I'm gonna put the lid back on, leave it on simmer. All right, let's give us a quick stir. I've been coming in here about every 15-20 minutes and just giving it a little quick stir. And I can already, just feeling the potatoes, they are not done yet. And my guess is the carrots aren't either, because I've just had this covered and simmering, and it's only maybe 20 minutes or so. I will give it a quick little taste though. Let's see what it's tasting like. It's tasting pretty good, pretty doggone good. Now, if you'll notice, I did just add a bay leaf in here right before I turned the camera on. So we're gonna let that season it up a little bit. Needs a little bit more salt. Those potatoes really absorb a lot of salt. And black pepper, fresh cracked black, man, can't go wrong with that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stir this up a little bit more. What I'm gonna do is, and don't forget to take that bay leaf out. You don't want anybody eating that. But we're gonna leave that bay leaf in there for about a half hour, and then I'll take it out. I'm gonna cover this back up. Make sure the potatoes are down in the liquid there, because I've got to finish cooking in the carrots as well. Boy, that's smelling fantastic though. I wish I could smell that. All right, we're gonna cover this up, leave it on simmer. Get you back up here, I can see you. What I want to do is add some pasta to it later on. And Karen likes pasta too, so she'll probably go for it. But when you're creating this for leftovers, and what I'm gonna do, I decided not to put the corn and the green beans in there. Well, Karen may want that, I may add it later, but for right now, my plan is to let the potatoes and carrots finish cooking all the way through to get tender. And then I'm gonna take out some of the vegetables out of this Dutch oven here, and we're going to set those aside, let them cool, and then I'm gonna put that in the fridge for leftovers, okay? I'm doing that before I add the pasta, because if you try to use, put pasta in here and then create leftovers with the soup with pasta in it, that pasta is gonna get mushy when you try to reheat it. So you're better off, if you're putting pasta in a dish, keep the pasta separate from the sauce or the soup or whatever. And then you can always add it when you reheat the leftovers. Okay, so a little trick from old T-Roy there. That's the plan anyway. I'm gonna let these veggies finish getting tender, and we'll test it again here and pull that bay leaf out here in about a half hour. It's simmering, covered. We'll be back here in about a half hour. All right, a half hour later, let's see where we're at. Man, this sure does smell good. Golly. Let's check out one of these potatoes. All right, potatoes looking good. One of these thicker carrots. Carrots are still a little al dente, but I think that's close enough. Need to fish out that bay leaf wherever it's at here. Here it is. Yeah, let's get that bay leaf out of there. Let's give it a quick little taste. See what this is like. That's spot on right there. That's really, really good. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this ladle and I'm gonna take out about half of this, put it up, set it aside, let it cool, and put that in the fridge. And I'll bring y'all back when I'm fixing to add the pasta. All right, I can't remember where we left off. It's been a few hours. But I added 4 cups of water to this after I scooped out about half of the veggies, as you can see here, along with some of the juice. But we need juice because we're fixing to add some pasta to this. And I've got these little small shell pastas right here. They're gonna take about 8-9 minutes to cook. So get your soup up to boiling, which this is pretty close to boiling. But you can see how thin it is now. It's really soupy. Oh, we need to add some more salt and pepper and taste this again too. I forgot about that. When you add all that water, you need to re-season it. So salt and pepper to your own taste. Should be good. Yeah, it's nice and soupy now. And that way, the pasta, when it cooks, it's going to absorb some of the liquid, so you won't have plenty of liquid in there, so you still have a soup. And this, actually, we've already used like half of this. You can see it's already about half gone. I'm not going to pour, I'm going to pour probably a quarter of this. This is a 1 pound thing. There we go. That's going to be plenty. Alright, so again, we're going to let this come up to a boil. We're going to let this pasta cook about 8 minutes once it comes up to a boil. And it's almost there now. I'll give it a little quick taste. And that pasta is going to absorb some of the seasonings as well. I think it needs a little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. But again, do it to your own taste. Put the lid on it. When it starts boiling, I'm going to take it back off. And we're going to let this kind of cook with the lid off for about 8 minutes. We'll bring it right back. Alright, my pasta's all done. As you can see, it soaked up a bunch of that liquid. This should be good to go. Man, I'll tell you what, it smells terrific. So again, season to taste once you have it in your bowl. Go ahead and load me up a bowl here. Oh, check that out. Oh yeah. That should be enough for old T-Roy for now. Now, what I like to do, let me get you up here where I can see you folks. I like to put me a little bit of hot sauce in this myself, but that's just me. And we got some other things I'm gonna show you here in just a second. We're gonna add to it, but I wanted to say, I did this soup in stages because I wanted it to not be done too soon, you know, because Karen was still at work. So you could add everything, all the veggies and stuff, all at the very beginning if you want to, and just go ahead and cook it, and then cook the pasta at the very end right before you're ready to serve. You can also, you know, toast you some bread up if you want, a little butter on it, or a little garlic salt on there. And let me show you how we're gonna fix this bowl up just to top it off, my style. Stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna top this off a little bit. One of my fans sent me this, and he's gonna go sell this to the public, I believe, is some homemade hot sauce. So, man, if you ever go public, let me know. I'll definitely promote it. Some good stuff right here. Nice hot sauce. Ha! There you go. And we're going to top it off with some Parmesan cheese, because I like cheese, as y'all know, and some fresh parsley. You don't have to add all this other stuff at the end, but you know, it makes it pretty. So there you go, folks. That's gonna be our dinner tonight. Let's give it a taste. All right, guys, let's give us a try here. I don't want to spill it out of the bowl here, but I'll tell you what, man. I want that cheese to melt all up in there. You can see it's still steaming right here. It's hot. Karen, you should try this, man. I took a little sample a while ago. It's some good stuff, folks.
I'm planning on eating it.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna eat it here in just a second. As soon as I get this cooled off just a little bit. It's actually hot in my hand down here. I'm holding the bowl up. If you don't have fresh parsley, just put dry parsley, that'll work. That's really hot on my hands on it. Oh man. Folks, I'll tell you what. This is a keeper right here. Karen, you're gonna love this.
Can't wait.
It's jamming, y'all. Now remember, if you add the Parmesan cheese, it's gonna add some salt. So don't over salt it until after you add the cheese. You know, taste it after you add the cheese, is what I'm saying. Folks, that's jamming. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope you give it a try. I'll try to come up with some kind of a recipe and put it in the description box. But just wing it, like I did. All right, this is fun. Cooking is fun. Again, hope y'all enjoyed it. Give me some thumbs up if you did. Hope you share the video, and when you do, please tell all your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody.